So we will start lying down, but I'm just going to read a little passage first. So if you just lie down. So this new era, we're going to move into the fire horse year this year, which is great because that's my year. I'm a fire horse. But it's also collectively a really important time for us as a collective consciousness to let go of all of the old stories and start to develop a higher frequency, which is based in unconditional love and connection. And these are really key, just two key things that are really important: unconditional love and connection. So working more in community, not isolating ourselves, is really vital. So here's the reading for tonight. So take a nice deep breath in. Have a sigh out. And again. And just have that sense of total surrender to the earth as you exhale. Once more. So this reading is from the Radiant Sutras. So remember, this is all about the energy of the universe, and it's a love story between the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Live for a few days in meditation. In the meditation of, I am immersed in the flame of time, the flame of love, the flame of life. The universal fire flows through me. Step into that fire wholeheartedly, starting with the big toe, then surrendering everywhere. Only the not self, which doesn't exist anyway, burns away. Attend to this continually and awaken into tranquility. Your essence is renewed in the flame, for it is flame and knows itself as flame since the first heartbeat of creation. Imagine the entire world consumed by flame. Stay steady, do not waver, as fire transmutes form into light. The soul reveals itself to itself as radiance. So let's start by bringing our attention to the belly. So bring your hands to the belly, just resting them sort of near the navel and the solar plexus. And as you inhale, let the tummy lift. And as you exhale, and squeeze the navel into the spine. Inhale. So we're developing the solar plexus, which is our personal power center. It's also a place where we can mentally place things that we wish to transmute, aspects of our life that we wish to be rid of. So obviously don't put people in it. It's mainly aspects of our own behaviour and our own stories that we need to work with, because we can only transform and heal ourselves. We can't do that for other people. Good. Now using the same attention at the solar plexus with a really strong exhale. Inhale, rock the pelvis away and sweep the arms over. And a big squeeze the navel as if you're trying to touch the spine with the belly button. Inhale.
and have this sense of building this inner fire. And we're using the breath like a blacksmith's bellow that brings heat into the forge in order to turn metal into different shapes, transforming it. Lovely, and release. Let's bring the left hand behind the head. So we'll work with that somatic movement, but really focusing on this centre here. So although we'll be clearing diagonally across, really kind of visualise this fire. So left hand behind the head. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, come across. And really squeeze. Maybe push the breath out. Then extend the leg if it feels fine for the back. Don't let it rest on the floor though. Keep visualizing this burning fire inside of you, this huge ball of energy at the solar plexus, consuming everything that no longer serves you. So remember, our energy body is our primary body. And sometimes it holds, well, not sometimes, it does hold dense energy in the field, which is held like dark clouds. They're called miasmas in the Tibetan lineage. And what we do is we need to shift them before they get so dense that they fall into the physical body and create disease. So imagine this fire is pushing outwards all around you and it's clearing out. So follow that thought. Good, release. Just let the head roll from side to side. I recently read an article that science, I know I always say this, science has finally caught up with the yogis, that if we talk to our body, then it heals very quickly. So neuroscience has discovered this aspect that the yogis were well aware of. So talk to your body if you've got pain. Ask it to release it. Ask it what it needs you to do in order for it to feel safe to release. Just mentally or out loud, have a little conversation with the vehicle. Bring the right hand behind the head, take a nice deep breath in. Have a few sighs if you need to. Really extend the leg out if it feels safe for the back. Visualize that ball of energy growing, and each time you exhale, you're pushing out this golden light into your energy body, your luminous energy field, the Dwadishanta, which is a big orb all around you. And it's chasing away, burning up all of that dense energy that no longer serves you, like a fire consuming everything. Good, and release. Let the head roll again from side to side. Lovely. So we're going to use the leg movement without belts. So if you really need a belt to protect your back, then use a belt, but we're going to use it dynamically. So I'm going to suggest you keep the left leg bent. Arms out to the side, so we're stabilising the back of the pelvis and the shoulder blades. And as you inhale, bring the right knee towards you. And as you exhale, push the heel up. Good, now keep the leg really active. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, guide the leg over to the right as far as you can, all the way up. Inhale back to centre. And as you exhale, guide the leg over to the left. See if you can actually take it up to the fingertips. Back to centre and over. So we're just going to go from side to side. Use a belt if you need to protect your back, or work with the leg more bent. But we're engaging this tummy strength and the fire centre to move the weight of the leg from side to side. Good, and the last one. And bend the leg, bring the foot back to the floor. Same to the left, inhale, bring the left knee towards you. Exhale, push the heel up. Take a breath in. Maybe make sure you stabilise the pelvis and the shoulders. Exhale, leg out to the left. Back to centre, over to the right. Good, back to centre and release the leg. Bring both knees up this time. Again, anchor the shoulder blades. Try to keep the knees close to the body. So we'll start to, the closer they are, the safer it is for the back. And then we'll slowly increase the weight. So we take more weight into the fire centre. Take a deep breath in. Exhale over and up towards the right arm. Don't let them rest on the floor. Inhale back to centre and exhale. I'm going to go from side to side. So on a physical level, we're working those oblique muscles. Energetically, we're expanding that fire center. Keep imagining it. So this is where we're really powerful. If we can focus the mind and imagine, the energy follows the thoughts. So start to use that inhale to power the breath, as if you're using a bellows in a fire. And as you exhale, you're pushing out more of that transformational flame into the surrounding physical body and the energetic body. So push it all the way out. Good. Now stay with this if it feels enough for the back. Rest at any point if you need to, and then start again. Uncross the ankles if you want to take a bit more weight to the belly. Squeeze the ankles together. Good. Now if you want even more, bring the knees further away so they're in line with the hips, and you're drawing an arc over the hips. You've got to take a lot more weight onto the tummy. Pull the tummy muscles in. Good, back to center. Exhale, come into coil. Inhale to lower. Sweep the arms over. And as you exhale, push the bottom up off the floor. And hold bridge. So we're going to breathe into the belly. We're going to start off slowly. So you're doing a natural abdominal breath. The belly lifts. And then you draw it in. So both the inhale and the exhale are even, and then slowly build up the speed. So this is called Bhastriki, and sometimes is translated as bellows breath. Take a deep breath in, lift up a bit higher. Good, and as you exhale, continue that downwards movement into coil. Squeeze. And again, inhale, sweep the arms up and over. Push up into bridge. Start off slowly. And if for you slowly is where you want to stay, then that's fine too. If you've eaten tea and your tummy contents are coming back up, then go a bit lower. Inhale, push up a bit more. Exhale all the way through into coil. Squeezing out. One more, so adding that really powerful visualization. We're creating this pumping action in the fire center. We're drawing all of that yuckiness out of our system, and then as we exhale and squeeze, we push it completely out. So all the way up. Deep breath in. Squeeze it out, and with it, push in your mind this energy out of your system. Lovely, and release. Let's roll over to one side. Come back into cat. Lovely, so let's continue the heat. Okay, so I'll start with the movement in cat, and then I'll also offer it in downward facing dog. If you don't want to take the down dog because it's too much for the hands, or it makes you feel a bit dizzy or a bit tired, then continue with the movement in cat. So we'll start with the right side. So we're going to squeeze the liver and all that stagnant energy. So we're not just squeezing the physical organ, we're squeezing the energetic, which is all the way around and all the way inside. So inhale, exhale. Good, inhale, exhale. Good, and release. Other side. Good, and release. Just going to step forwards with the right leg, and just release some of that heat we've created down into the hamstring. So our legs are governed by the root chakra. So let's just clear out any insecurity through the legs. Inhale, exhale. And I really use that exhale. We're still pushing this center of energy. So we're inhaling and creating a bigger fire. And as we exhale, we're pushing outwards, downwards in all directions, clearing. So lengthening the exhale. Good, now I'm going to stay low. I'll show you from this side. So we're going to squeeze that area. So bringing the liver and the ascending colon to the inside of the thigh. And then hug your leg, and you can either just stay here if that feels enough for your hip and shoulders and back, or keeping the belly next to the thigh, stay low and push it round, squeeze, so you're bringing your body to the right and you're squeezing the belly to the left, and then bring your hands into reverse prayer. Breathe deep. Hold the breath in for a minute, so you're creating that additional internal pressure, and then see if you can squeeze a bit further around. Down again. Breath in and hold if it feels comfortable. Good, now we're going to come up with an inhale, open that body on the inside, and exhale with a sigh again. And again, breathe in. Clear it all out. Last one. Lovely, step back. Now we do the left side. Inhaling, exhaling. Good, let's step the leg through. Pour some of that heat down the leg, clearing out. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine as you exhale there's a red light just pouring down the leg. So the red light of the first chakra, that denser energy within us, and allowing it to clear with the flame of the solar plexus. Good, now come into the lunge, keep the belly low. So now we're working with the descending colon, the spleen and the pancreas and the stomach. Stay nice and low, push towards the knee, bring the belly over to the right with the squeeze. And then if you're able to bring the hand to the outside and stay low with pressure. Nice deep breath in. Feel that sense of really squeezing out any dense energy which resides in quite dense emotions. Push it out. So the spleen is about worry. Good, come back up, let's clear it. Breathe in. Notice you might feel there's a
a big bubble of energy comes up when you release out of the organs. Last one. Lovely, step back. So concentrating on the belly again, we're going to use the same squeezing movement that we did in the cat in down dog. So if that's too much for you, then repeat the cat movement. So we're going to come into down dog, heel out the feet, and then we'll start with raising the right leg, take a breath in, squeeze forwards into plank, knee towards you. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, squeeze. Drop into cat at any point. So the liver is where we hold anger. Squeeze it out. We're back into down dog. We're going to take a rest, drop the knees, push back into swan. Good, come back up. We'll do the left side. Remember, you can always use the same movement from cat. Inhale, left leg up. Squeeze. Last one. Back into down dog. Drop the knees again, let's have a rest. So within the rest phases, imagine that lovely glowing fire within you, nurturing you. So we burn away all the stuff we don't need, and then we use the heat to nurture us. Good, come back up. Exhale. Down dog. Let's walk our hands towards the feet and the feet towards the hands. Hold the forward fold. Slowly roll up. Let the hands come above the head. Exhale down through the midline. Lovely. And bring the hands to the waist. Forgot what it was called. So again, we're going to focus here. And we're going to start to build the weight of the arms upwards. So at any point it feels too much for the lower back. So as soon as you raise the arms, you're bringing more weight into the lumbar spine. So notice how it feels for you. So feet a little bit wider than the shoulders. I want you to actively engage the stomach muscles, so pull the navel in, exhale. Shoulders, elbows lift, hands on the shoulders. So working all of those side muscles that support the torso, and at the same time shifting the stagnant energy, the denser emotions that we carry that start to settle into our organs and our energy field. Because things like joy and happiness don't stay in us, they flow through us. Hence the phrase, I'm in the flow. So it's the other ones, which are perfectly normal human emotions, that get a bit sticky. So we have to be aware of them and we have to shift them. So let's extend one arm. Imagine now, so we're going to just do this for a bit longer so that it's a simple movement, but the more you do it, the more powerful it is on the system. Start to bring in that visualization that this in and out breath is creating heat in the fire, and as you exhale, you're pushing outwards this huge ball of energy in all directions, clearing out, not just from the physical field, but from the energetic field. Good, last two. Lovely, and release. So feet wider now, not too wide, but wider than the shoulders. So we're going to use the ha softly. And I want you to feel it coming from here as you chop. Okay. So inhale. Draw the navel in and up. Build the fire. Imagine you're cutting all of those cords that are attached to you energetically and psychically that have no place in your energy field. They don't belong to you. Slice them off. Stay slow or build up the speed. Caution, if you've got low blood pressure, you might decide that you want to switch the breath to and out through the nose breath, because it can make you feel very lightheaded breathing out through the mouth. Last one. Lovely. Okay. We're good? Woohoo! All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of an expression of Uddiyana Bandha. So it's much better to do an Uddiyana Bandha first thing in the morning, because we've all had food at some point throughout the day. So we're just going to do an expression of it. So I want you to come into this position. We're going to inhale and look up. And then as we exhale, we're just going to squeeze our belly in And imagine we're rolling it in and up. So we're not going to hold the breath. We're not going to completely release. Inhale, belly comes forwards, lift the gaze. Exhale, squeeze. And imagine the body has become a blacksmith's bellow. And we're just using the breath like that nozzle that they put in that's made of metal. And they, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? You've seen a blacksmith do that, the old-fashioned blacksmiths, putting some air into the fire. And we're doing exactly the same thing, but we're doing it energetically. And get that sense of personal power. So you take back your own control. You set healthier boundaries. Last one. Well done. Okay, let's come down. So I'm going to squeeze that area now. I'm going to use a simple twist. Right leg comes up. You can either choose to keep the right leg exactly where it is, if you've got any hip issues, or if you're fine, bring the leg across. Okay, so we're going to turn to the knee like we did in the lunge, and we're going to use it to rotate the visceral organs over to the left. So come round as far as you can to your right. And if you're able to, bring the left arm to the outside and squeeze. So you really feel the squeeze coming from just near the navel. Take a deep breath in. See if you can lengthen the spine up a bit. And then as you exhale, squeeze a bit more. Think about the navel on the exhale being pushed into the spine. Nice deep breath in again. Squeeze. Now start to visualize on that squeeze, you're pushing that light outwards to chase away any darkness, any miasmas in the energy field. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze them. See if you can go a bit deeper. Good, releasing. Just bring the hands back. Open the heart space, take a deep breath into the belly. So just allowing the energy that we squeeze to release. One more. Lovely, let's go the other way. Bend the left knee, keep the foot on the inside or step it to the outside. Get in as close as you can to the leg, so you use it as a squeezing prop. Left hand behind, nice deep breath in. And squeeze with a sigh. Be aware of the navel. Feel all of the visceral organs being shunted over to the other side.
See if you can go a bit deeper. Keep squeezing, visualize the exhale, pushing this beautiful iridescent golden light from the solar plexus, really bright, almost like a yellow gold, pushing it outwards in all directions, clearing the field. Good, and release. Lean back into the hands again. Use a fist if your wrists are a bit sore. Take a deep breath in. Imagine it leaving with the sigh. Lovely, well done. So either cross-legged or legs wide, whatever works for your body. So we're just going to do a little bit of Sufi grinding. Oh, other way. That's better. So the Sufi grinding is a movement like that on the belly. So we're not moving the body, which is the lower chakra. We're stimulating this area. So you need to go right to left first. So we're following that direction of the ascending, transverse and descending colon. So you go over to the right, squeeze it out. Inhale as you travel forwards, squeeze. Use the breath to push out and build up the speed to suit you. Good, change directions. Exhale as you go back. To center. Just noticing the heat in the core of the body. And we're going to work with the Tejas mandala, which is the fire Pranayama. So it's not the fire breath, that's something different, that's Bhastriki. We're going to draw a triangle. So I want you to imagine that with your mind, you're going to ask the pranic energy that comes in with the breath to draw a red triangle. And it's going to start at your navel. And as you inhale, it comes up to your right nipple. Count of 4. Then you're going to hold it in and draw the top of the triangle across for 4, and then you're going to breathe out for 4. So you end up with a triangle here, which represents the fire center. You can do 4 as a count, 4, 4, 4, 6, 6, 6, 8, 8, 8. So whatever you're comfortable with. So focus your attention at the navel. So we're drawing the symbol of fire. I want you to feel it. I want you to actually almost hear it crackling in the body. Breathe in. Hold the breath in, draw a line across, so you've got a downward facing red triangle. Exhale all the way down, and you can fill the triangle in so it's like a flame, but it's flame everywhere in this, within this triangle.
If 4's comfortable, increase the count to 6. And if 6 is comfortable, increase the count to 8. Lovely, now release the count. I want you to lie down. And once you're down, just make sure that the neck feels lengthened, so the chin is tucking in. The shoulders are away from the ears, so they're moving down toward, there's a sense of them moving down towards the lower back. Take a deeper breath in again. And have a sigh out. And then just be aware of the whole of the physical vehicle, the body. So let's purposefully call it the body rather than my body. The body vehicle. And at the same time as being aware of the body, notice this awareness in the center of the heart space that's observing what I'm saying. It's also noticing how your mind and emotions respond to what I'm saying and how the body responds to the body. So there's a slight detachment from the body that has the name that it carries and the jobs and the responsibilities. It's the body. And become aware of the right-hand side. The right-hand thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger, the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the right side of the rib cage, hip, thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, toes. Become aware of the left-hand side of the body. The left-hand thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the little finger, the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the left side of the rib cage, the hip, the thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the toes. Be aware of the whole of the body, the whole of the back of the body, the whole of the front of the body. Observing the sensation of the body, the senses of the body, the senses of touch, hearing, sight, the inner sight, smell, taste. And notice this awareness that's observing it all. And notice that, yes, you have a body. The I has a body as a vehicle. But it's not just the body. Because we're aware of the body. You are the awareness that is aware of the body. Noticing the emotions that come with this vehicle. And notice that you're not just the emotions, because you can observe them. You are the observer of the emotions of the physical vehicle. You are the awareness. And notice the thoughts that this physical vehicle has. And notice that you're not just the thoughts. You are the awareness that is aware of the thoughts. And this awareness is indestructible. So have a sense of being fully immersed in flame. The flame of time, the flame of love, the flame of life. The universal fire that flows through you. And step into the fire wholeheartedly, surrendering everywhere. And only the not self, the ego, which doesn't exist anyway, burns away. And attend to this continually and awaken into the tranquility. Your essence is renewed in the flame. Be aware of yourself, this flame of light, the essence of consciousness. For it is flame and knows itself as the flame since the first heartbeat of creation. Imagine the entire world consumed by flame. Stay steady, do not waver. As fire transmutes forms into light, the soul reveals itself to itself as radiance. So be aware of yourself as radiance, this stuff, the thatness that some people label soul, particle of infinity, divine light, the eternal flame. Be aware of it within yourself. And this flame is a flame of creativity, of experience on earth within the human vehicle. Notice its presence. And when you're ready, take a deeper inhalation, sweep the arms overhead. Have a big sigh out. Gently bend the knees. Roll to one side, come back to sitting. So there's this fire centre here, which is a big sort of heated ball of light, and then there's this centre here, which is that tiny flame that travels upwards and connects out. As above, so below. Take a breath in, stick the arms up. And exhale down through the midline. And namaste.